Hey everybody, it's Coach Manley here on Giants Talk episode 5. We're coming off of a 42-34 victory, I believe, against the Salzburg Ducks to make us 4-0. Super hard fought game, really intense, but absolute amazing environment again. Just a crazy game, and glad we could get the win. But our two offensive players of the week this week were just players of the week, excuse me, were Fritz Bleckman, running back. I think about 150, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then joining us today is, luckily for us, is our defensive player of the week, Nicky Terlitza, 9 tackles, a tackle for loss. Nicky, welcome to your first Giants Talk.
Hello.
Hello. Well,
hello.
Typical Nicky. Well, good for you to be here. We would like you to be here. That's why I asked you. You're a funny guy, and you'll be great for this show as long as you give us realistic answers, okay? All right, now, Salzburg game. You had a pretty good game, I'd say, overall. 10 tackles is always good, no matter how you know, what the score is. It's a pretty quality game. So just your thoughts on the game, the intensity, environment, how you did, basic stuff.
I think it was like the most intense game we had in the season, like from physicality and stuff like that. And what I liked the most about the whole game was like the team spirit during the game. It's not like, I mean, it was the first game, despite Vikings, where we really were in the position to, where we are really behind and have to like be after it. And we were in a bad position from the beginning with a lot of people hurt, and Yo-Yo Schütz getting injured during the game, Rafi Kumeli getting injured during the game, and I think we overcame those obstacles pretty good and did a damn good job in finishing the game still.
Yeah, I agree. With to be able to win with what we had and everybody fight, that's 100% on point, and we're lucky to come out of there with a win and stay 4-0. But now into our bye week, you know, like you as a player, how do you normally approach a bye week? Yeah, you're a young guy, but you've been in the league for a while. So what does a bye week for Nicky Terlitza normally look like?
I mean, normally my bye week is a little less football than, obviously. Try to take some time for myself, and especially have a lot of time for my girlfriend, what I usually don't have. During like training and game weeks and stuff like that, and yeah, just me time.
Yeah, me time and relaxing.
Stuff like that. Just hit the gym.
I agree. If you do hit the gym, that would be great. I don't know much about that, but we'll see. All right, now coming up 2 weeks, we have the lovely Swarco Raiders at home. They didn't start too well, but they've won now 2 games in a row. They're playing good football. They'll have a new U.S. quarterback. We don't know who it is, but they made the announcement during the live stream that they have one already. So just thoughts on the Raiders game. They're obviously much improved from last year. New U.S. quarterback, which will give us a challenge. Your thoughts on the next home game coming up.
I think you never can underestimate the Raiders, no matter which team they put up, because it's like still the Swarco Raiders. They have a kind of mentality when you play against them, and I think it won't be an easy game at all for us. It's like every game for us, we go in there and have the same mindset on every like opponent we play. It's like everyone's the same. We treat everyone the same approach. Yeah, same thing as always. Business as usual.
Business as usual. Try to get a win.
Yes, sir.
Well, Nicky, thank you. Great job for your first Giants Talk. Not too nervous, which was awesome. But thank you for being here.
Thanks for inviting me.
Awesome. Now be looking forward for our next guest coming up on episode 5 of Giants Talk. We are now here with our second guest on Giants Talk, defensive lineman Stefan Dernberger. Stefan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me, Coach.
Of course. It's great to have you here finally on Giants Talk. Well deserving of it. So your overall thoughts on the Salzburg game. Of course, we wanted another thriller. I can't take many more as a coach. It's going to be, I'll have to retire sooner than later if we have more games like this. But just your thoughts on the game, how it went, yourself, the defense, the whole environment. Another great environment we played. I think they said 1,000 people or so there again. So just your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I think the stadium was pretty nice. We took a walk, and the whole atmosphere there was pretty good. I think game-wise, it wasn't one of the first games where we didn't, score at first and get in the game immediately. We had some really, really good defensive stops, I would say. But still, overall, I think passing-wise, we had some troubles. I mean, we expected it because of our losses of the safeties. But I think run-wise, we did a pretty good job. Overall, the game was okay. I think we can play it even better. I mean, we saw that at the last 2 games also. But at the end, I think on top of that is really our effort and our fight throughout the game. We saw it last weekend against the Vikings, but I think the game against the Ducks was even more of a fight. And in the moment where Bader had the pick 6, and everybody was like on the field. Finally, it was ending. So yeah.
Shout out to Valentin Bader, also 3rd game in a row with an interception, 1 yard away from 3 in a row with 3 pick 6s. So shout out to Valentin Bader again. Unfortunately, we couldn't give you the award 3 weeks in a row. We had some other guys that did well, but good job, Bader. But for you, playing football for only 3 years? 4 years? So
I mean, my first season was 2021.
Yeah, so now this is year 3. So going kind of from like linebacker to D end, and then with some of our injuries, now you're playing 3 technique. How do you feel there? Might be a little different than normal,
Yeah, it was quite a journey throughout all the positions in the game. I think I knew, okay, when I switched to the Giants, I knew, okay, maybe my position is more the D-line. Then Coach Sebi came, and Coach Sebi, he made a whole new program for us, and I think that helped us. Even at the inside guys, outside guys, we made a good progress. I think there isn't too much difference between playing outside or playing inside. I mean, D-line is D-line. But especially with Coach Sebi, he prepared us pretty good about it, and I practiced it at the end of the preseason a little bit more, and then unfortunately Konstantin was hurt, and then I thought, okay, now I'm gonna have to try to fit in this role, and I think it went pretty well. I mean, of course, I could be even better at this, but it's just the start. And we have still a lot of time to improve there.
Yeah, no, I agree. And shout out Konstantin and all the other injured guys. We wish you a speedy recovery and your surgeries and everything else. So hopefully you guys get better. And we see you guys on the field as soon as possible sometime next year. Now coming into, we have our technically 2nd bye week. I'd call it our first because we played 1 game and then everyone had a bye week. So technically our first bye week. How do you, as a player, normally approach, a bye week? What do you normally like to do during a bye week in your past playing with the Bears? How do you take a bye week?
I mean, especially right now in the AFL, the workload is quite high. I think with our 3 practices in a week and the games, some guys even had some national team camps. So for me personally, I take the weekend completely off from football. Just go into the gym, but nothing too football-wise. It's the time you can do something with your friends, because especially at the end of the season, you have to even focus more into the games, so there's not too much time left. So this bye week is perfect for doing anything else than football.
I agree completely. And then lastly, Raiders in 2 weeks. Just kind of your thoughts on them. They've won 2 in a row. They're getting much better. I believe on the live stream they said their new U.S. quarterback is here. We don't know who it is, so we'll be seeing a new import player during the game next weekend. So what are your thoughts on the next game?
I mean, we know that the Raiders are really good coached. They have a good coaching staff, and I knew, okay, their first game was not their best performance, and they improve week by week. And of course, we have won now against 2 very good opponents, but I think we have to move forward and to not say, okay, we're gonna play the Raiders and we have a good time. The Raiders are probably the most dangerous team now in the next few weeks. So that's why we have to train harder. We have to focus up, and give our best against the Raiders.
I agree 100%. Well, Stefan, thanks for being here. Answers were amazing. Great in-depth insight on everything. So just thank you for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Yep, of course. And then May 13th, next home game, 2 o'clock at Actionberg. Make sure you guys are here. Buy tickets. Come on time. Please, that would be great. Pack the stands before kickoff. And we had a great home showing for the Vikings game and hope to see everybody again. Go Giants.
Go Giants.
Ein Shuffle-Pass unter der Hand.
Schön gemacht und der hat Platz und der wird scoren. Touchdown. Tiefer Pass in Richtung Endzone.
Und der wird gefangen.
Genau, Touchdown für die Graz Giants. Laufspiel und das reicht für deutlich mehr. Touchdown.
Rollt auf die rechte Seite raus. Der Quarterback Patrick Kenny kommt da.
Druck in seine Richtung.
Hat er da Kontrolle über den Ball? Touchdown.
Ja, die hat er. Touchdown für die Graz Giants. Ja, der Salzburg Ducks macht jede Menge Lärm.
Ui.
Riesenplatz. Und das ist ein Touchdown für die Graz Giants.
Wieder Fritz Bleckmann.
Unberührt marschiert er hier gerade über das Spielfeld. Stefan Liebler schickt sich an. Und Stefan Liebler verkickt.
Kick in dem Fall. War zwar flach, aber
Riesenplatz für Komeli Piriani. Und er ist auf und davon. Wird er nochmal eingeholt. Das wird ein Pass in die Endzone und der ist gefangen.
Der weite Pass direkt in die Endzone. Entweder Touchdown oder nichts. Nein! Chris Denton da.
Touchdown, das wird's werden allerdings für die Thalheim Graz Giants.